Okay, check 1 2 1 2. It starts with an idea. 1 2 3. It all starts with the idea and it ends with the upload. Hey, today I'm going to show you the full process I use to make a video on YouTube from start to finish. But before I get going, huge thanks to Sweetwater for sponsoring the video. Over the years, they've been a huge supporter of my channel and they've provided tons of gear that has helped me immensely in building my channel. So I have a couple new pieces of gear from Gator that they've provided, and I'm going to show you all about that. So watch for that during the video. Okay, let's go. So every video starts as an idea, and I make notes about it. I write down everything I think of. It doesn't usually happen in here. It's when I'm out and about or in the shower or on the toilet, wherever. Joke ideas, important details about a product, I don't have the ability to remember lots of specs or great details about something. So I need assistance to remember what I want to talk about. So I write it all down in a simple Google Docs file, and that's where I build a script. So the idea of this video was to show you how I make a video. And that sounds like a simple idea. I thought it was going to be actually pretty easy. But it's actually more work than just making a video. There's a lot of steps in making a video that I just know now, and I just do without thinking. But in this case, I've documented everything, so I'm going to show you all those steps. So this is my video workflow. It's evolved over the years since I started YouTube. And some people can sit down, they can turn on a camera and just go. That's not me. And I've learned that. And it took me a long time to learn that. I need to prep everything. That helps me waste less time on mistakes and editing and doing reshoots. It just works better for me overall. Time saver. Huge. So let's talk about the gear. What am I using to make these videos? First, what is my main camera? It's a Sony ZV-E10. It's not super expensive, but it has a really good sensor, and you can change the lenses on it. And I'm no camera expert, so I found the settings that I like, and I stick to them. So I bought one, and I've got some lenses. I've actually got a second camera over here. And there's a third guy watching over here. That's an iPhone. So I've got two ZV-E10s loaded with different lenses. Sometimes I don't use this one. This is just, backup. My main lens is a Tamron 11 to 20 millimeter f2.8, and it's great for wide shots and vlogging, and I can zoom in and out manually. And then I've got this B-roll camera that's getting blocked by this microphone right now. I've got this second one with a Sigma 16 millimeter lens, and I also alternate it with a 30 millimeter Sigma, and they're great lenses. So those are the eyes that capture everything. Sometimes I use my old Sony AX53. I usually use it on my workbench or from when I'm walking around. I've actually found now my iPhone better than using that. But it was my primary camera years ago. Just to note as well, you don't need any of these cameras. You can just use your phone, which is what I used back in 2016. I had a Galaxy S7. I think it was great. It's easier to use these now. Okay, so I mentioned the if I could read, I mentioned the mini teleprompter, which I'm using to read that, and I screwed up. And I have it attached to this camera right now. It's called the Padcaster Parrot Teleprompter. And it has an app that I run on an old smartphone that I'm not using anymore as a phone. It's just like a dummy old obsolete phone. And the text goes on there. It gets displayed on the camera lens through a reflection of plastic glass. I would say this one piece of gear, I think it was $100. It saved me countless hours, probably hundreds of hours while recording, except for when I make mistakes like I just did. And I ad-lib in sometimes, right? So everything I just said has been scripted except for the little parts that I added in. And Landon is a stupid poo-poo head. Who wrote that? I did. So you can hear me talking, right? And on this one, so if I go away, this is my main mic. This is a Shure SM7B. It's become my go-to mic. I think it's going on a couple years now. Sometimes I have a backup microphone over here just in case. It's good to have backups. The cameras are also recording, not as great audio, but I have it going with a signal booster, and it's going into a Focusrite 18i8, which I have going into a Mac Studio from Apple, and then I'm running that into GarageBand, which is just a very basic DAW that comes with Apple. So very simple audio setup, and then I go grab the raw files out of GarageBand without any EQing or anything, and it sounds good. And that's what works for me. So all this stuff is mounted on my desk, which is a low-cost L-shaped corner desk that I got on Amazon. I'll show you the links to that. I don't have much space in this room, so I'm trying to manage the space that I have. I've got two vertically stacked monitors in the corner. On each end of the table, I have Gator ID series creator trees loaded with arms. They're loaded to the max right now. And I have my mics connected to boom arms on the top, and then I've got the cameras and lights connected on separate arms as well. And I can move the lights around, I can move the cameras around. Really flexible. I can move them around where I need them. When I want to, show shots over there, I can move the arms and move around. And the latest addition, I mentioned this earlier, is these Gator speaker trays that I just got from Sweetwater. They sent me those for the video. And what I've done is I've installed them, and they've taken my monitors, these Mackie HR624s, powered monitors. They're 23 pounds, so they're hefty. These stands can support 38 pounds each. Eats? Is that a word? Each? So we're good. So now I have them lifted up. I did have them on the table before tilted up, so the sound was aiming at my ears. Now they're right here, so it sounds really good. So I have them set up. So let's take a look at what was involved with that. We'll unpack them and set them up. Let's go, montage. So that's my studio and my workspace. So when I want to record a video about a guitar or an amp, or not too often a pedal or mic, something like that, or whatever gear I might be doing, I have everything here ready to go at a moment's notice. It's basically set up the camera, turn it on, turn on the mic, hit record. So once I've recorded everything, like I'm doing right now, I'm going to pop these SD cards out of the cameras, pop them into the Mac Mini, import them into Final Cut Pro. And Final Cut Pro is the video editing software that I learned back in 2016. I started on that, so that's what I've stuck with. And this is where things get interesting. The editing is where you can make or break a video completely. You control the pace, the look, the style, all the sounds, the music, everything. It's probably the most important part of the video making process. That's just my opinion, and I'm right. Let's check out some of the editing process, which is strange because I'm editing the video you're watching. You're actually watching me edit the video that I'm recording right now. That doesn't make any sense. How is that possible? And now I'm done editing. Editing is also very time consuming, so I'll mention that. I export the project, and this is the final step. Well, first I check that the file is okay. I upload it to YouTube. And in this final step, as I'm uploading it, and we're watching it upload, I come up with the title or the thumbnail, unless I've already done that ahead of time. Sometimes I pre-plan that. And once the video is uploaded and ready to go, I release it. So there it is. All the gear, all the stuff will be in the description. If you have any questions about what I'm doing or suggestions, anything that I can do to improve, maybe you notice something that I'm doing and you have an idea, let me know. And maybe I missed something important too. You're like, what is that thing doing? I don't know. Tell me. Let me know in the comments, okay? So now it's time to publish this video so you can watch it. So we'll play guitar and have fun. We'll see you in the next video. Enjoy this one.